Hi, and welcome to WGTV. I'm Kim Best with the City of Goldsboro. I have two ladies with me this morning who represent two of our local organizations. I have Sherry Archibald with me from the Paramount Theater, and I have Sarah Merritt here, Executive Director of the Arts Council. Welcome, ladies.
Good morning.
Glad to have you both on set again.
Thank
This is
you.
becoming a regular occurrence, isn't it? Well, we're glad to share all this great information. And this morning I want to hear about how the partnership works so well between the Arts Council and the Paramount Theater, and what you all do within our community that maybe the community don't know about.
Would you like to start?
Well, that doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess I can. Well, the Arts Council is very, very proud to be able to partner with the Paramount on a number of things. And Sherry and Vincent are so great to work with. We really enjoy, our partnership and our friendship as well. And that makes it so much easier to take on projects together, I think. And I hope you agree.
I do. I was going to wait and see what she said. I'm kidding.
But I guess since the things that we usually do with the Paramount to partner happen at the Paramount, maybe I'll let you kind of start off, and then I can fill in when you need to.
Sure. Well, Sarah's wonderful also about applying for grants through the North Carolina Arts Council or through all different types of venues. And so when she does that, it often lends a need for a venue to have an event. So in doing so, we obviously get to partner in that way, and so I can support her, and she's very obviously supporting us too, and bringing that wonderful entertainment here usually for our children to see or to open up to the public. So we just are able to partner in many different ways.
Give us some examples of things we can maybe look forward to this year. Is there anything in particular?
Yes. One of them that I'm really excited about, and I think we'll be back hopefully a number of times to talk to you about this. So I won't go into too many details, but
just give us a highlight.
We have been working on one partnership for 2 years now, and actually we were invited to join a partnership across the state through North Carolina State University Center Stage Theater for what is called Connecting Crossroads. And it is two very different, very unique artists who are performing across the state. And basically what they did earlier this year, and it took us a year to prepare for it, but earlier this year they traveled to, it's about 7 different presenters.
Oh my goodness.
We are one of maybe 2 in the East.
Yes.
And so those 2 artists traveled to our community and to all the other communities and basically got feedback from our community, and they just kind of lived here, even if it was only 2 hours or if it was 2 days. They stayed in our community to try to get a feel of who we are. And the reason they did that is because they were going to be composing music about who we are.
Oh, how original.
So it's very exciting, and it's just such a neat project. The other exciting piece of that is we got to kind of figure out what we wanted to do with it. When that residency was here, we only have them for 1 day. That was just really all that we could afford to do, but it's going to be a fun-filled, fantastic day in November.
I'm sure you packed their day full of places and events and people.
It's going to be neat. So when they come in November, we are excited to say that we are partnering with 2 of our public schools, Goldsboro High School and the School of Engineering. And so there's going to be lots more to tell about that, but it's just going to be a really fun day.
So tell me one more time, how did you all partner together to bring this group to Goldsboro?
We were invited to do so, and basically financially we are partnering together, but also just in the planning, how we're going to do this, spending the day together trying to show the artists what it is that we need. And in the planning date, we shared basically our thoughts of who needs to be part of this, making sure that we pulled people from all over the county.
To showcase our county.
And I think, too, one of the things that outside of the Wayne County community that I know that the Paramount Theater and the Arts Council have really developed across the state is a reputation for being good community partners. So when organizations like Center Stage are looking for projects that they can send out into other communities across the state, they're looking for places where it's going to be easy to work with people in those communities. And because Sherry and I are both really active in statewide organizations, we've really been able to develop a network of great contacts. And so when the question comes up, okay, so we want to do this project all over,
who
what's
would be
a great
someone
partner
to call?
in the East, then it comes to us. And we've had a number of things that have come to this community because of the networking that we've done, you know, across the state and with our work outside of Wayne County. So
Well, you know, being a part of other organizations, that opens the door, and that's what networking is all about. That's what being a part of these organizations are about. And thank you, ladies, for sharing that. I think the community doesn't always understand the behind the scenes, what it takes to bring such fantastic programs and productions to Goldsboro.
Yes.
It really does. Wow. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us about the way you all partner together in the community?
Well, one of the things that the Arts Council does each year, we are a designated county partner, which means that on the state level, we apply for a grant through the North Carolina Arts Council each year. It's not something that comes to us. It's not an easy thing. We have to do a lot. We have to meet a bunch of requirements to be able to be considered a designated county partner. But we receive a grassroots grant that the state funds, and it's gone down a little bit over the last few years, but we've been very, very fortunate. Our state legislature has really seen the value of state funding for the arts, so we've been able to maintain through this rough economy. But each year we get a grant between $25,000 and $30,000, and because of the size of our county, we are required, the Arts Council is required to grant out half of that money to community and arts organizations to provide arts programs and projects for the community. So this past year, we just announced our grant awardees at the beginning of the month. We have 10 grant awardees this year, and what's interesting about that, I think we're going to be granting out I think it ends up being about $13,000 this year.
Wow, they'll stay right here in our community.
And it stays in Wayne County.
Is this a fiscal year? Do you do it every fiscal year?
Yes, every fiscal year. And if somebody wants to learn about that grant program, they can go to our website, artsinwayne.org. But what's interesting about that is, you know, the Arts Council does a lot of visual arts programming in its facility. But with the community engagement work we do out in the community, a lot of that work, a lot of those groups use the Paramount for their performances. And so this year, the 10 grant awardees, I think of that group, 8 of them are using the Paramount for the project that they're presenting.
That's fantastic.
And they include Stage Struck, Center Stage Theater, Wayne Community Concerts, Goldsboro Ballet, Artistic Dance, and you name it, and the North Carolina Theater Conference. And that is another, I think that is a great example of a partnership that came from outside of the community through people that Sherry and I know across the state and our work across the state. The theater conference each year does a high school drama festival.
Yeah, I've seen that. It is amazing.
Yes, and they came to us, they came to Sherry last year and asked if they could come and do, you know, present this program in our community. And, you know, they ended up applying for a grant and received it last year. And, you know, they're receiving another one this year. So the drama festival, that is fabulous. I'm so excited that we're able to be a part of that project. It's just
so the Arts Council is continuing to support local talent, local organizations. So it's like a domino effect. It's just one organization continues to support the other, and that's keeping the arts in Wayne County extremely strong and felt throughout.
It really kind of emphasizes the importance of collaborating.
Absolutely.
You collaborate, you work together. You can just reach so many more people than if you just try to do it all on your own. It doesn't make any sense. And a strong community really is built on really strong community collaboration.
Well, we certainly have that here in Goldsboro, Wayne County.
We do.
We certainly
do. It's probably another whole segment to discuss.
It is, yes.
But also, I mean, the economic impact that applies to talking about the North Carolina Theater Conference. That's another partnership, like you said, and I was thinking about that, and that it's bringing high school students and their families from all over the state here. We're the host, so they're staying here overnight, staying in our hotels, eating in our restaurants.
It absolutely does impact our economy. We've talked about that so many times with Betsy Roseman, and we thank you so much for coming, ladies, and talking about the partnership between the Paramount Theater and the Arts Council of Wayne County. If you'd like to find out more, visit their websites. It'll be on the bottom of the screen. We thank you so much for tuning in and staying on WGTV today.